Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Live from E3. To my left, I'm starting things off with Malik Forte. Good to have you back, sir. Good. Wait. Just that's good. That's all we need.
The fist pound is enough. That's enough.
Simple.
Keep it simple.
We have two very special guests on the couch with us today. We have Marcin and Shimon from the SUPERHOT team. Hello, sirs.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay all the way down
perfect,
there?
Perfect. Fantastic.
We're still in E3 madness right now.
It's still madness. Guys, SUPERHOT VR, it's coming to PSVR. We're really happy to have you both on here. I think it's pretty clear what kind of game SUPERHOT VR is, but for those that don't know, tell us a little bit about this game.
Well, the SUPERHOT VR is a game in which time moves only when you move. So it's actually pretty amazing, I would say. If you don't move, time stops, and the bullet that comes right at you stops as well. So you can have all the time you want to maneuver yourself to dodge the bullet. You have all the time you want to grab a gun, throw this guy, do everything you want to do in any time you want.
You make it sound so easy.
Yeah. It's not an easy game, though. I mean, there's a challenge there to it. To clarify, SUPERHOT made big waves in the PC space, and that was the original version in which it was a little more mouse and keyboard, right? And SUPERHOT VR is kind of, it's a unique spin-off that you guys have made, kind of complements the original experience, but it's also very, very different, right?
Yes. Well, the base SUPERHOT is all about the player movement, so you can go everywhere, jump, do every crazy stuff, and that's one of the biggest things that influence the time change in a VR game with motion controls. It's all in your hands, in your head. So it's a thing that well, we don't have any movement in game. All the movement you do with your own.
Is your own body.
Go
exactly.
Left, right, straight, and back, and it's pretty cool. And because of this, we had to make a wholly different game, wholly different experience, and made everything from scratch, keeping the visuals, keeping the mechanics and the story ideas, but the game itself is a wholly different thing, different story, everything.
I think you can't overstate that, because like some people might see SUPERHOT VR and think like, oh, it's just, I said SUPERHOT, which is also that might be a great game. SUPERHOT VR.
That's the second title, SUPERHOT.
Yeah, exactly. They might see SUPERHOT VR and think, oh, it's just like a quick mode in the game. But no, this is its whole thing that you guys built from scratch. So that's huge. And what's it like developing in the VR space? Because, I mean, it's emergent technology. I don't think it's very easy from what I gather from talking to developers. I mean, what is that like when you're a small team? It's not like you're a huge studio.
Yeah, when we started, nobody knew how to make a game in virtual reality, how to make a good game. Everything was, crazy. It was a frontier. So all the different things we thought, hey, this is going to be a good way to, for example, orient the player, to make a player go a specific way, to start the game by having an object in front of you that you grab, and your action starts the gameplay. This is something that we didn't knew is going to work. We thought, we believed in it, and now we're seeing that, hey, it works. It's actually the way it was supposed to be, and it's pretty great. The hard thing was, well, developing games for VR requires a little more space than your regular in the studio. So we have a lot of broken monitors, a lot of broken walls.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
At one point, Shimon broke the monitor by kicking it. And it was not on the floor. It was a regular monitor on the desk. And he got so into it, he kicked the monitor.
I do need to ask, I didn't think kicking was a part of the SUPERHOT VR mechanic. Was this just a purely visceral response?
Like, if you get too immersed in a game, you forget yourself, and like VR is still very exciting. So
or maybe you're getting overwhelmed by enemies. You're just like, get away from me.
Everyone dodges the bullets doing like this. Like, you don't have, positioning for this. You have only this and this.
People still raise their legs
in the game.
Play,
you feel like you're there. You feel like you're really immersed in this virtual reality.
Right. So who goes about creating the levels and designing the levels and kind of like balancing and structuring them so they're not too hard?
Well, in SUPERHOT, you can play everything in a lot of different ways. It's not like you have to do this, this, and this.
Right.
Just like I said, you can grab this, take this, do this, do this. And we've seen people play the game for 2 days right now, and every single playthrough is different. Everyone plays it differently. Once he goes through the things, plays differently. First, okay, I will grab this gun, do this, do this, do this. After 5 minutes, hey, grab this gun, take this gun, do this, do this, do this. It's amazing, and it's really hard to develop, to make a level for this. We have a great team. Right now, it's 3 people. It's the most people responsible for a thing in the office. It's level designers. It's 3 people is the biggest department.
Yeah. It's the biggest department.
3 people is the biggest department.
The biggest department.
Yeah, the second biggest department is art with 2 people.
There it is. Guys, this is a massive, sprawling studio.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Have you guys seen anything impressive from the players over here? Like, has anybody just astounded you with the way that they attack the game?
My favorite was actually today. It was mom and her son.
Yeah, she came with her son. The little guy started playing. He was great. He did everything very fast. And we said to the lady, hey, do you want to try it? You might like it. She tried, and she loved it. And it was
so great.
Yes.
I'm curious to know what inspired that core time control mechanic, and the when you move, time moves, because that was really the crux of not only the original experience, but obviously the VR version as well. So,
our director Piotr thought it out in his original pitch for the 7A FPS Jam. He, I believe, got this idea first from this little flash game in which you control this cat that goes between people's legs, and every second you move a little bit, the feet go through, and you don't want to get stepped on. You're a cat.
Right.
It's going to hurt. And he had this idea of doing this, but an action movie simulator. Like you can do with this, you can do everything. You can dodge bullets. You can throw guns. You usually don't have an opportunity to grab guns midair in a first-person shooter game because it goes so fast.
Right.
Super hard. You can do this.
Right.
And it's not a quick time event, not anything. Just you thinking, hey, I will grab this, and you grab this, and And it's like this.
It's like you're truly living in bullet time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like the coolest part, and you just get to play it all the time. And I do want to say, I'm pretty sure coffee mugs are a totally valid weapon in this game. So
yeah.
What are some of the other things you can destroy people with in this game?
Yeah, well, the visual idea is in SUPERHOT is that the environment is all white concrete. It's all bathed in this white surgical light.
Right.
Every black object is the thing you can grab. And every red silhouette is the enemy. So you play the game with your lizard brain. You see black thing. You don't think, hey, can I take this book? Can I take this? No, it's black. You grab it. You don't even think about what it is. You can pause and see, hey, this is a coffee mug.
Right.
But you don't even have to. You can grab it. You can throw it. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
This is the idea of, things that are active and things that are inactive and things that are important and not.
Right.
And you don't even think about the things that are not important. It's all only the action, only the set piece.
Right. I think that's one of the coolest things too. Is the minimalistic style that you guys took with it, and you have these color cues that let you know exactly how to interact with the environment. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Before we let you guys go, I have to ask, was anyone at the studio expecting the level of success and critical reception that you guys got?
Well, first, we didn't know if the VR is going to work. Obviously, when we started, we barely had a few development kits, and they were hardly working because we had at first we had no positional tracking. You were only a guy with a controller, and we thought, oh my God, this is not going to work. But the second we got motion control, the second we got positional tracking in the game, we knew, hey, we're gonna get a pretty cool experience out of it. You're gonna get a pretty cool thing, and we just tried our best. We just thought, hey, what's the coolest thing we can deliver? We tried to do this, and well, people say it delivers, and I'm very happy when they do that.
It definitely delivers, in my opinion, for sure.
Awesome, it looks great. When can people play SUPERHOT VR on PlayStation VR?
It's going to land on PlayStation VR and regular PlayStation. Well, 2 games, SUPERHOT and SUPERHOT VR, are going to be released in the bundle in summer 2017, so it's quite close.
All right, awesome.
Wow.
Malik, thank you for joining me, sir.
Always,
man.
a
pleasure. Marcin, Shimon from the SUPERHOT VR team.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys. It's a pleasure having you on, and it's a pleasure having you guys watching from home, as always. Do not go anywhere. We still have a lot coming up. PlayStation Live from E3. Stay with us.
PlayStation